Camrose coverage of the 26th River City Cup presented by BR Disc Golf. I'm Tim Plamondon and I'm with
Kristin Swirles.
We want to welcome you to the back nine of round 2 here at Hermitage Park. Thank you again to Park Pro, to PDGA Canada, and to our title sponsor, BR Disc Golf. We have seen, well, let's just say, has anyone ordered any rain or wind?
I didn't.
You didn't? I must have, because we have seen a lot of it in the front nine. If you're just watching, coming from watching that front nine, you know what it's about. Rainy, windy, the course is gnarly, it's cleaned up now, but we're feeling good. There's some great scores out there. We've got a lead card going, so we got Noah in the lead after 9, which is great. 3-stroke lead after 9 is really impressive.
We're not watching Willie and Greg today. They're both coming from the chase card, but we are checking out Bogdan, who's 3 strokes back right now, Hector, as well as Jeremy Gauthier. And so they're kind of all knotted up, other than the 3-stroke lead that Noah has. Everybody else is right there, -10, -9.
Yeah, and it's going to be, like we talked about at this front, it's going to be very windy, very rainy. It's going to be a tough one. Look at that reverse.
Oh.
Wow.
What a catch.
What a catch. Shout out to BR Disc Golf, our title sponsor of this event, doing some amazing work for our community. And here we are on Wally's Way.
Hole 10, par 3, 202 feet through this tunnel. It is deemed Wally's Way, as Wally was one of the key players at getting this course in the ground. For those who don't know, Wally Ovae out of Edmonton, Alberta. So this plays as 3 double mandos, or sometimes we call it a triple mando. There's no ceiling mando, but basically all those trees that we just flew with the red arrows on them are mandatory, meaning you must hit the tunnel gap. If you miss the mando, you go to a drop zone back in the middle of the fairway. The path on the right does also play OB, so the name of the game here is throw something slow and dead straight through the gap.
It's only 202 feet, so it's not far, and it's right there, as you can see. But as you can also see, those trees are getting thrown around by the rain and the wind right now. It is wild out there.
Yeah, this is a tight tunnel to hit on the best of days.
See, I don't think he missed the mando there. He hit it, and he hasn't crossed the plane.
Correct. So I think he's going to be kind of not right in the center of the tunnel, but not missed any mandos yet.
That's right. It's a tricky shot, especially in this wind. It's just straight. It's so tough mentally to just commit to a straight shot, but it is tough. That is fantastic.
I'll take that.
That was an optical illusion. I feel like I didn't think it was going to make it all the way down there.
It's only 202 feet, if that.
Go.
Fold?
Yes.
Oh, that is as good as you can draw it up.
Great shot, Bogdan.
Well done. He's going to get the birdie there. And then Hector rounding out the lead card here. Low. That's a good second reaction off that tree.
So 2 tree hits from Noah and from Hector, but I don't think either of them missed the mando and crossed the plane. Maybe Noah did.
No, and you could see, I don't think he did, because you could see that line there, and I don't think he's in front of it. And that's, he's in front of it, so he's
smart.
That's a smart move. It's sometimes so tough to swallow that you just have to make a 6-foot shot, but it's often the right move when you're in that kind of position.
Yeah, I think that's smart golf by Noah. And honestly, taking a bogey on this hole, it doesn't even feel that bad, because I've seen doubles, triples, quads. I've seen a 10 on this hole.
So I've been trying to guess how many... Wow, look at the wind. This is wild. And it's just an upshot from Noah. Like, this is just a get up and down. Okay, Kristin, I've been trying to guess the amount of birdies on various holes. I'm going to try and guess the amount of single bogeys on this hole.
I can't tell you the exact amount. I can only... The stats only have the amount of birdies and then a graph with the bogeys. But I could guess based on how big the graph line is.
I'm going to guess in the ballpark of 8 bogeys on the day. That's just a ballpark guess.
You can't see right now, but I'm giving Tim a little thumbs up, higher than 8 bogeys.
Not a thumbs up as in you're correct.
No, a thumbs up go higher than 8 bogeys.
18 bogeys.
Thumbs down.
Because it was a bad guess.
Because it's lower than 18.
13 bogeys.
Thumbs down.
So there were some bogeys on this hole today, and there were 2 very nice birdies by Bogdan and by Jeremy on this hole. So really well done. Oh, showing off the disc.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with what Bogdan throws. Do you know what disc that might have been?
Not a clue. Oh, did you see the little tree kiss there on Jeremy's shot?
Yes.
I missed it on the first go-round.
It was kind of helpful, I think, actually.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. And but when you get to convert on something like that, you're happy.
Great job, Jeremy. Good putt.
The GOAT.
Yeah, no, there was 11 birdies, and by the look of the graph, I'd say 11 bogeys and 11 pars and some double bogeys. So it was a really big spread on hole 10.
Hole 11, par 3, 297 feet, plays downhill. Almost, I mean, if you find OB on this hole, then you're on the wrong hole. There is a little bush on the right side of the basket, so hyzer is definitely still a thing, but it can get grabby by the trees in the back there. I think most people are just going to throw something like a slower speed disc right down the pipe, depending on what the wind is doing.
Yeah, and the fairway looks so long and luscious. It no longer looks that way. It's a beautiful mowed fairway now. I know we talked about that a little bit in the first round, but if you didn't, or the first 9, sorry, but if you didn't catch that, man, this course is very cleaned up since this footage was filmed.
So judging by the reaction here from Jeremy's disc, I'd say it looks like it's a pretty strong right crosswind, right to left. No problems where he landed. He's likely not going to get a birdie from there, but kind of no issues. Bogdan, it's a little bit spicier to get it up in the air like that. But
great shot.
Fantastic. That had to have been a Sexton Firebird. I'm just going to say it.
We just said we don't know his bag, but we know that must have been.
It had to have been. Even if it wasn't, it might have been.
Oh, the wind play.
But it's so good. Just outside the circle. I love watching when a disc is just straight. No hyzer, no anhyzer, just dead straight. It's fun to watch. And it looks like a headwind based on the trees, but let's see how it affects Noah's disc here. This is up high and left. Looks like it's just inside the circle as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's gonna be fine. And Noah's been making good putts. He's a great putter to begin with, and he's got a dart of a putt that can cut through that wind. So he's gonna give himself a good look at the bird. Jeremy just outside the circle.
Yeah. Good effort.
Yep. Hector just outside the circle. Yes! Oh, baby, that's a great make. That is a great make.
Awesome. It was track and chains the whole way.
I hate putting in. Well, I hate putting, but I hate putting in headwind. I just hate it. It's just it's so difficult. Oh my god, these guys are making these edge of circle putts look too easy.
I know, they stand up to 30 feet like that in the wind, just dead bullets straight into the chains, and I feel like that's what my 12-footers look like.
3 birdies on this hole. I mean, it's a relatively easy hole, and it's one of the must-gets, but getting it feels good again in these conditions. So yep. 3 out of 4 ain't that bad.
No, lead card showing us lead card things there for sure.
Here's a little replay of Hector. Look at this thing, just pop and perfect. No doubter. Didn't even catch any of the basket. That's just a great putt.
Yeah,
you'll love to see that.
I think he's got a little sigh of relief there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, those putts, they put stress on the game.
Hole 12, here we are, par 3, 325 feet, and it does play uphill all day long, all the way, so it definitely plays longer than 325. Again, the fairway looking pretty flush, but it's beautifully mowed now, so roller is maybe in play, not in this weather and not with this long grass, but if you come to hole 12 now, you might be looking at that. The really only trouble is a little bit of trees here on the right before you enter into the green, so there's going to be a couple roots in, kind of a left-hand side and a right-hand side with more danger on the right. And you can't quite see it, but there is that same gravel path that runs the length of the park behind the basket, which is OB.
It's going to be interesting to see how these big throwers can get up there. If they're going to throw a turnover with a stable disc and try and just flatten it out. You know, these guys have the power to get there or most of the way, but it's if they're willing to try it in this wind. So Noah, way outside. I love the angle. It's going to hyzer out, though.
Yeah, and I mean, partially probably just the wind play there.
Yeah.
But he's way up there.
And, like, there's hardly any issues if you're over there. If you're over there, you're probably going to get up and down.
Yeah, he's got a wide open look from that left-hand side.
That's right. And look, they get a T-pad for this one. I love the laser beam line, but it just fell out of the hand there.
Yeah, well, no, the wind, I think, knocked it down a bit.
Yeah. So that would confirm the tailwind here and headwind on the last hole, I think.
Yeah.
Hector.
This looks good, but again, I don't think enough height in this wind. It's still fine in the fairway. And I mean, maybe these guys are just going to play this hole for par. Like, it's one of the bigger, if not the longest par 3 on the course.
This looks really good if it stays. Oh, it's going to hyzer out again. I'm glad I
think
didn't.
that tailwind prediction is right.
I am glad I didn't have to play at this tournament on this day. I was in like a tent
With a heater
or something, and
Blankets.
Yeah, exactly. And watching all these suckers out there throwing discs in this.
We're going to see Bogdan with this little forehand chipper. We haven't seen a lot of that from him.
Oh, and it looks really great. Get
Ooh.
down. Wow.
Scared it a bit there.
Spicy.
We like it.
Yeah, we like it. Good effort. Hector.
More straight at it here. Oh, he's got that little shrubby in the way. Oh, he gets through it.
He just mows that thing down.
Yeah.
It's an interesting shot. It looked like a stable disc that was put a little bit of Annie on, but it was like straight on. Really interesting.
And another forehand from Noah this time, which we don't often see, but he's got a little forehand chipper here.
Is he trying to make this? Wow.
Give it a run. Why not?
I love that. And it honestly, hardly any harm. I mean, when you're as good of a putter as Noah is, you can take those risks and be 25 feet and know that you're still going to make it.
Yeah. Great approach here from Jeremy. He's probably closest after the approaches. Just as you say that.
I'm looking up to the sky right now because I'm having to eat all of my words.
Wow, you just said that. You jinxed him. Sorry, Noah. You were jinxed by Tim.
Yes, yeah.
Missed the comeback.
Yeah, about 11 months later, I jinxed you. My bad.
Oh, boy.
Bogdan.
He's got this.
I like that he took his time there.
Oh, no.
I got to stop talking.
Okay, let's just let these guys putt out.
How many birdies does this hole have?
0 birdies on the day.
Did you say at the beginning of the round that there were 2 holes that had no birdies?
I told you that, yeah, when I was looking over the stats before we jumped in.
So I spoiled it yet again.
No, we already saw one of the holes, which was hole 8 in the front 9 coverage,
That's right.
had no birdies on the day, and this hole also had no birdies on the day. And again, I think because of the weather, I mean, we've been saying that all day, but hopefully some of these top players might be attacking that hole a little bit more in better conditions. And I think it's a really tough par 3 now that it's cleanly mowed. Like I said, maybe the roller comes more into play. Yeah. What do we got? Some fishermen here?
Yeah, we're fishing for some good scores. We've got Noah, we've got Bogdan and Hector. We've got Sean Heidebrecht sneaking his way up there. Gatsky's hanging out. Jeremy, Brandon, Sean Morrison climbing up there.
And Parker climbing up.
And
Willie's kind of cooled off.
Yeah. So, but look at that -5 from Sean. He must have been playing when the wind was down.
You're giving him the gears.
I told him I would. I can't let him have a free pass. This is hole 13. Why don't you take us through it?
Hole 13 is a par 3. It's 239 feet. You're going to get off the tee and want to stay in the fairway here, which kind of bends slowly towards the right. So forehand players are going to like this hole. Lefties are going to like this hole. Us right-hand, backhand throwers have to do a little bit of a turnover, and it's probably going to be a headwind for these guys. So we'll see how they navigate that. Not a lot of OB danger, but there is some trees on the right they've got to get around and some gnarly stuff on the left.
I feel like the shape of the hole is really tricky for the backhand, but possible. But when you throw in the conditions that we're seeing today, it's going to make this a very difficult shot. I actually don't suspect we'll see a lot of birdies here. But because I've said that out loud now, let's just wait to see these guys birdie it for 4 for 4.
Oh, wow.
This is fantastic.
Oh, wow. Okay, Hector's like, shut up, Tim.
Yeah. Again, because I said it, they're going to show me how to play it. It's a tricky fairway. I really enjoy the difficult nature of this fairway. It's a lot of fun. This is a little... Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, he's past it, though.
Okay.
That's fine. So we thought he was going to fade into the trees there, but he was past them. And actually, I think that's a great play. If you have that distance, why not just fade out past those trees, have a clean up and down?
It's not a birdie play, but it doesn't need to be a birdie play.
Bogdan looking like he was going to throw himself off the tee pad there.
He's going to get it. That's a really good spot. Circle 2 there. Maybe give yourself a bid. He might still be shy from that miss back on hole 7, but maybe not. We'll have to find out.
I think now in 2024, this hole is also slightly longer than 239 feet because as we got to the tee pad installation, there were some tree roots and other things in our way. So the tee pad is not exactly where it is today as a year ago when these guys were playing it.
Yeah, and it makes it a little bit more challenging. Just, again, the shape of the fairway more than anything compounded with the distance.
That's great.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he's probably in the circle there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's not. Just outside.
Yeah, just outside again, but he's going to get himself a look, which on this hole can be very tricky unless you have basically a perfect tee shot. So.
Jeremy furthest out. Just going to hopefully put it up and down. Oh, maybe give it a half run.
Really, yeah, that's a good effort. That's a good way to give it a little bid without punishment.
He uses those thought space praxis. I think that's his putter.
Just stick around. Okay, good.
That's fine.
I always get a little bit nervous when there's wind and the disc is on edge. Sometimes they don't stop. No, good effort. Really
did that hit cage or chains? It's hard to see.
That was cage, yeah. That was cage. And we're still not at Hector's shot here.
Great comeback, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Good par.
Yeah. He's breathing a little sigh of relief there.
Whew.
Ooh.
Yeah, because he knows Birdie Alley's coming up.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, good putt. You want that one to stick. After a couple that have kind of been a little bit squirrely. Look at this drive. I am so impressed with that drive.
Great birdie.
Makes good on it. That has to be only one of a handful of birdies on the day.
Yeah, there was 7 birdies on the day, but there was also more than 7 bogeys and there was double bogeys. This hole did average over par on the day. So Hector's birdie is strokes on, folks.
I love that. 240. I think I would question that distance a little bit. It's a little bit longer than that, but not a long hole, but playing over par, and there's a fairway. Like it's just tricky. The shape of the fairway is very tricky. Look at it come in beautifully.
Okay, we got to go out and practice that now. I think we can do that shot.
Maybe. Hole 14. So this is going to be, again, if you have a good forehand, 320-foot forehand, that's the play. I think most of our card today is probably going to try and take a backhand route, which can work out, but it is tucked a little bit. And in this wind, that'll be tricky. There is OB, but it's pretty far to get to on the right side. So as long as you don't get too aggressive and maybe turn something like a thrower, it should be pretty safe. I think a lot of the field wants this hole pretty badly.
I think it plays similar to the hole just before at hole 13, but the danger on the left side fade out is gone.
Yeah.
So I think it should play a little easier because it's just a little bit safer of a hole. You want to do a similar shot. Hector's showing us the similar shot. Oh, but he burns it a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good analysis. Like, it is a similar shot.
Longer.
It's longer, and you have to turn it over. But you're right, the danger on the left doesn't exist. So players should feel like they can get a little bit more aggressive.
Oh, this is great. Keep turning.
Nope, it's going to hyzer out. This wind is making it very difficult to get those reads. And I mean, here's the thing. Everyone knows this, but what your wind is at the tee pad may not be what the wind is 300 feet away.
Especially in our parks in Edmonton, I find like Rundle Park and Hermitage Park, it's so swirly.
Coming from you, Kristin Swirles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, on brand. Bogdan just turns a little bit too much edge, but from there he should be able to get up and down. It's just not in a birdie position. Noah, look at the power on this shot. Come on. Oh. Yep. Work.
Oh, I lost it. Oh, wow. Okay, I really lost it.
OB.
OB. So that path that we've seen on all the holes is still back there. It's a little bit further away on this hole, so I'm surprised he found it that far. I wonder if he got a little tree kick OB maybe.
Yeah, that's my guess, is he must have kicked pretty hard up there and went over the path. Oh, my
Oh, scares
goodness.
it. Wow.
That
Good
is-
scare. And it doesn't, like, no punishment.
No punishment. So good. I'm so impressed with that shot. Like, the confidence you have to make that shot is so impressive.
You know, I've seen Noah on coverage, and I've seen him in person, and I met him, obviously. But commentating, this is our first time commentating, you and me, both, Tim.
Yes.
On Noah's game, it's really making me appreciate it at another level now, you know, like putts
Sure.
like that.
Sure. Yeah, and there's just like a confidence in knowing that he can make the shot. He has it. He has the tools. I think that's sometimes what I recognize about myself is doubting and getting up there and thinking like, ooh, I don't know if I can make this shot. It's very clear watching him that he's like, I can make the shot and I'm going to try. And if I miss, I know I have the comebacker.
Yeah.
Like that confidence is very present in his game.
Oh, I love disc golf. There's so much to learn from watching other players throw, and even other players of different skill levels. Like, I'm not at the same skill level as Noah at all, but there's things to be learned. Oh, the trophy!
This is the River City Cup.
This is the River City Cup. You can see Casey Hannemeyer's name. You can see Noah Higgins' name in
Kristin.
2020. Kirsten O'Neill, big Edmonton staple. Yeah, wow. All these guys fighting to get their name on the trophy.
And there are 2 new plates on that because that actually only showed till 2021.
Yes, but last year after this tournament, you and I took it to the engraving shop and put on 2022's winners and 2023's.
That's right. So we're set. Okay, so here's hole 15. As you can see, there's a dog on the right. It's a very good dog. It's walking with a very loose leash. It's enjoying a very nice summer day. Probably is going to get a treat later. Probably take a nap.
Yeah, we love that dog. No, for real, this is a par 3, 231 feet. It does play downhill, so it does play a little shorter than that. The big danger is, of course, the OB path on the right. And because the ground is sort of sloped that way, and because of the way the headwind comes up from the pond there, the OB can come into play very quickly. So you want to be careful off the tee that you don't get too aggressive onto this green, I guess.
Do you know what the definition of insanity is?
Trying things over and over
And
expecting a different outcome. Trying the same thing over and over. Oh, I know where you're going with this, Tim.
I try the same disc every single time thinking it's going to work and that it's not going to go long or get turned over. And does it ever work?
He stands up to this tee and I tell him, put that freaking buzz away.
At least it's not a Firebird.
What are these guys throwing? Probably their putters or mids. That looks Hector. So Hector, just before Jeremy burned it a little bit, maybe had that OB in his mind and kept it too low. Jeremy faded left. Bogdan's gonna fade left and long. So nobody's really parked it yet.
Let's see how the final member of this card.
These guys are probably throwing their putters though.
Yeah, I would guess so.
Stable throwing putter.
Stable would be the play here. Just in this wind, you can't risk putting it OB to the right. There's no,
This is great. Hung it outright.
the wind's going to grab it, though, I think.
Oh, yeah. I think best
It's
of the
pretty good.
bunch.
Yeah, best of the bunch, I would agree. That bush comes into play very quickly, like Kristin mentioned. It slopes behind the basket, so you might be approaching the basket at a good speed, but if it skips or if you are deep, you're in those bushes. So, and it's not easy. Look at that little floaty. I love that he really commits with the hand. He really follows through with the hand and lets the disc do all the work. Really, really intelligent throws by Hector. And Bogdan becoming one with the forest.
One with the Caragana.
Is that what that is? Is it a southern Caragana or just a regular? What kind of Caragana?
That's just a regular Caragana.
All right. Nice upshot by Bogdan.
Yeah, great job. Went to the knee. Nice safe upshot.
And really heady
Layup.
play. Yep, heady play by Jeremy. This again, it slopes and there is OB, and it's like, why risk it?
And that's disciplined of him because it looks good from up there.
Yeah.
I've been exactly where Jeremy is a lot, and it looks really good.
Oh,
Oh,
my
great
goodness.
putt. Great putt from Noah. Lead card doing lead card things.
Yeah.
But yeah, to finish my sentiment about Jeremy, just that like very disciplined because you want to run that one.
Disciplined is his middle name.
Oh, I didn't know. Jeremy Disciplined Gauthier. Wow.
Yeah. So.
Both of my bogeys are
Hole 15, it did play under par on the day, so there was lots of birdies, 11 birdies on the day.
Yep.
There was a sneaky double bogey, so someone must have found OB.
Yeah, it's probably turned it over when OB, upshot maybe rolled back OB, something of that
who
nature.
knows?
Who knows? Look at that putt. What a strike by Noah. Again, talk about confidence in putting. He was putting that through the basket.
Yeah. I feel like, well, we're going to see the leaderboard again, but I feel like he kind of had a slower start today and now is kind of cruising a little bit. That's how it feels anyway.
Yeah, it could be the weather's turning, or he could be adjusted, or he just is really good at disc golf.
Oh, as I say that, never mind. Hector has tied up with him, and so has Gatsky from Chase Card. So what do I know? Three-way tie at the top, and Jeremy and Brandon only 2 strokes off of all those top guys. So it's still really tight through 15 and 16 holes. Sean has finished the day with a -4 on the day, which I bet was pretty well rated with the conditions.
Yeah,
I should check.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Check that. That's going to be a very well-rated day. And while you check, I'm going to take us through hole 16. It is a par 4. It's only 437 feet. There's no OBs here. There is a Mando on that tree that we're headed straight for. You got to stay right of that tree. The basket placement you're going to see is up and to the left. Big arms can get in the vicinity. They can get near it. Will they try that with this wind? I don't know. I think this is probably one of the more birdieable holes of the course. Even though it's like a little bit scary in places and there is a Mando, I'm going to guess that this birdie rate was pretty high.
Yeah, 16 feels like a must get, whether you're playing from the blue tees or the red tees. It's par 4 either way. And I think because the first shot, as long as you keep it simple on the first shot and make a good approach, you should have an easy birdie.
Yeah, and he missed the Mando, which is just, I mean, it's crazy that he can get to the Mando from the tee to begin with.
Oh, he just missed it too.
Yeah, he just missed it. It's really unfortunate. You could see he had the power. Look at that tent and barbecue in the background. Hector keeping this. Oh, this is in trouble. See, he might not miss the Mando, but now he'll have to work to get all the way back. And that wind is just coming off the side of the hill and just pushing everything.
Yeah, I think he's going to be playing for par from there.
And it's tricky because you can't play the tee shot too close to the tree line because then you're putting the tree line in your disc's path.
Yeah, that tree line on the right, although it looks sort of far on camera and like, oh, what are you talking about? If you accidentally grip lock or throw something too flippy or whatever it is and you end up in those trees, oh, I don't want to jinx you, Bogdan.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
He caught the trees. That's the real worry.
Oh, and it's not fun to go down there. Oh, that's not bad. It is bad, but I mean, you can also roll all the way down to the lake from there.
Yes, you can. It could be even more jaily than what Bogdan's
This
seeing.
is tough. This is a pitch out, of course.
That is a terrific pitch out. Let me tell you, he could salvage par from there. And let's see. We'll have an idea here. And no, there's no Mando between the
telephone poles.
Between the telephone poles. That's right.
Go. Is it caught up?
No,
it's still going.
Goodness.
Yes. He's long at the basket.
I thought he caught up in a tree, so I was reacting poorly.
He's long. He's gonna have like a C2 putt to save par.
And here's Jeremy thinking about his life.
So yeah, typically when that Mando tree is not in play, there's like a back door into this green. But because the Mando's in play on this tournament, he's now got a hyzer around it.
And look, he's got to trust that the wind will bring it back. He's made the Mando.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, lead card doing lead card things.
That was really, really well done.
He's gonna have a birdie putt.
And now Hector's got the diagram for what needs to happen.
Yeah, just do that.
Just do that.
Ooh,
Oh, man.
Good job, guys.
That's really cool.
Also long. Oh, long and right. That's a tougher spot to be.
Yeah, but I mean, given that they were almost parallel with the Mando.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay. No.
that's Noah's.
That's Noah's. Yeah, that we saw. Okay.
Oh, and by like 2 feet.
Yeah.
And like 8 feet to the right. Just, he could have given himself a chance for eagle. And now,
Very friendly drop zone though here, Tim. Did you plan that drop zone?
likely not. Likely not. But yeah, I mean, you're already being punished.
I guess so.
So, I also do like in disc golf, get a little shot there.
Yeah.
I do like in disc golf, I like offering people the opportunity to make a good shot. Like to make up for it. As opposed to being like, you missed the Mando, now here's an impossible up and down.
And it's all bad.
Yeah, exactly. Look where Jeremy landed.
Come on, for birdie.
No.
Oh, no.
That is so, I'm going to have a talk with him about that. Because that is so upsetting. Good par from Noah. Missing the Mando and getting par. Again, a non-windy day, these aren't pars and bogeys. These are pars and birdies.
Birdies and pars.
Birdies
and maybe
pars.
even an eagle look from someone.
Yeah, absolutely. How many birdies did we have on this hole today?
10.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So
And-
this, like we said at the very top of this hole, it actually, as long as you have like a safe upshot or safe off the tee and then a smart approach, like you can birdie.
Our lead card showing us not how to do it.
Do you want to guess what Sean's -4 on this day was rated at Hermitage? Because he's finished at -4.
Okay, so
Oh, look at Bogdan's shot
it
one more
does-
time.
It does clip that tree, and then it takes a little up and down. Look at the air bounce. The air bounce saved it, and then the wind pulled it over.
That must have been a stable disc too.
Incredible.
Good shot,
I'm
Bogdan.
Going to guess that a -4 on this day was rated right at 1,014.
999.
Wow.
999. I didn't even know that. I was just like, I'll look it up and see. And it's so funny. It's 999.
Really good.
Okay, hole 17, par 3, 325 feet. We just missed the everything because we were talking. What, Tim?
Donna's Den.
Hole 17 is named Donna's Den. If you don't know who Donna is, I'm sorry for your life.
Figure it out.
Okay. Basically, the guys want to get off the tee here. There's no Mando, but lots of this long grass in the fairway does play as OB. So you need to get it out left on the short grass where Noah is showing us, and then come to the right back into the green. And if you're short, you risk being OB. Now, it is downhill, so it does play, shorter than 325 for sure, but that OB creates a lot of danger, and it kind of wraps around the green, so it's a little bit tricky.
Oh, that is a great kick.
Yes. So that is the risk on this hole. You hit the telephone pole. If you drop straight down into that long grass, you're now OB. Instead, he got kicked out into the fairway where it's safe.
Jeremy just having the most boring round ever.
So many pars, Jeremy.
I mean, par on a day like that. Look at this shot. Oh my goodness, that is so good.
Yeah, yep.
That is so good to be able to pull off that kind of turn and then come back around the OB in this economy. And that is directly in Donna's Den.
Yeah, that was too tight of a line.
Yeah. So Bogdan took his disc from where the OB line starts in front of the tee pad.
Yeah, so he was OB, and he kind of went from where he entered, which was basically just in front of the tee pad, and kind of just took it back a little bit from there. That's good. Good shot.
Bogdan's having a bit of a tougher round, but he's still hanging out right now at -10. He's obviously going to lose a stroke here, but kudos to him for having some up and downs during this round and staying with it. That's so tough to do in these conditions with all these players charging. Like, that's an incredibly difficult thing to do, and he's trying his best to stay with it right now.
Yeah, I mean, every time we've seen a little red blemish on his scorecard, he seems to bounce back with a par or a birdie. So he is riding the waves really well today.
Yeah, exactly. Hector getting a little bit squirrely there with his upshot. Here's
This is
Bogdan.
great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We were both saying it.
Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what you need to do. Noah, what's he got from where he is? He's kind of way out to the left. This is dangerous, but there's no OB back there.
Ooh, good bid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the OB that wraps around the green kind of wraps closer to the short pin. We're in the long pin placement today, so the OB is kind of like just finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noah cleaning up a par. Well done. Nice shot. And let's see this by Jeremy. Do your thing, Mr. Goat.
Yes.
He does it. That is a well-earned birdie. I can't imagine there were too many birdies today. There probably were a few.
Yeah, I'm really happy you asked because I've just pulled it up. And Jeremy, one of only 5 birdies on the day. 2 others are some local Edmonton legends that we might want to give a little shout out to. Can you have any guess on who they might be? And they were in this field.
Legends.
Oh, no, one other legend. And another local, but who's not a legend.
You're just publicly not calling someone. Okay.
The legend I'm referring to is Joey Wilson.
Oh, Joey is a legend.
Great
Okay.
birdie.
Okay, then who's the non-legend?
It's Kalen Glockson.
Oh, Kalen's not a legend.
And is he a local?
He's local.
Yeah, he's Wes's buddy, right?
Yeah, he's like 14 years old. Okay, he's
No!
not actually 14. He's not 14. I'm just
Kalen can throw miles. Same with Wes. Great MPO player. I read Kalen. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be calling you out. I read your name and I thought it was Fubi's name. Because what's his name? Like his real name?
Kalen
Fubarut, though.
Faubert.
Kalen Faubert. Fubi's name is also Kalen.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't appreciate us telling that on coverage.
Man, we're hacking it up on this.
Okay, we're getting too carried away. Hole 18, par 3, 220 feet. It plays slightly uphill, but not too much over 220. There is a tunnel that you got to hit. I mean, you don't have to hit it. There's no mandos. You can do some wild things over top of the trees here.
Go over top.
In this wind, I'd be surprised if we see anyone try the major over top. Oh, this is
Nah,
it's
that's
more
kind of
for
like,
the gap.
That's like a tweener play. That's
Yeah,
like
playing for the gap nice and high. Highs are out. That's fine.
over the top's very tricky in this wind. Like it could push well, here it is. Let's see what happens because it's going to be a mile high to get over those trees. And if it's stable, it could crash down. Didn't see it.
Didn't see it.
We'll find out soon, I'm sure.
You like the over the top play, Tim. What do you throw on this hole?
I throw a Sexton Firebird. Ooh, that was slicey.
Yeah.
I like it.
I didn't
Let's see. Yeah, I think it landed by the camera. If you're landing near the camera, you got to be somewhere near it, right?
The nice thing about hole 18 is that you throw your shot. Come on. Oh, then that's not bad. You throw your shot, and maybe it fades a little or it gets kicked down like Bogdan's just did, and you think, oh. And then you get up there, and it's shorter than you think, and sometimes you've got a little sneaky, cheeky look.
Yeah, it hills upward, and it does often look further than it actually is. Noah in some real cabbage. Come on, let's see the disc. Let's see it.
I don't know if he got all the way.
I don't think it did.
Good scramble, but I'm not sure he made it. Now Bogdan's got the step out.
And
this
again,
is fine.
Yeah, this is not that far.
You can get up and down, no problem.
You can make a little bit at this.
Yes.
And he does,
Yeah.
and that's a great shot.
Oh, I love hole 18.
Yeah, it's a fun one. What are you thinking about here, Jeremy?
He's thinking about, I was going to say going straight like that. I would have gone hyzer around it.
And I'm going to guess he makes that putt.
Yeah. I hope so.
One bogey round for Jeremy?
Is that all he had on the card?
Well,
Yeah.
He bogeyed hole 1, then he had 3 other birdies, and we're happy.
Clean.
Yeah, very clean. Just out of the cabbage there.
So hole 18, 220 feet, actually played over par today.
Yeah, I'm not
And I mean,
surprised.
we're seeing why, right? These guys are in the bush.
Going up the middle is such a technical shot. Like it requires straight and then late turn. And then over the top is in this wind really tricky. There we go. Nice.
Good par finish, Bogdan. Yeah, lots of color, but a solid round from Bogdan.
Yeah, and you're right. Like every time he had an issue, he was able to mostly recover to some degree there. Some knuckles for finishing out what was a very difficult round. And I do believe that at the end of this round, the wind and the rain finished. I believe it was the end of all.
Yeah, it's looking calmer.
Yeah, exactly. Some handshakes, some well dones. We survived it. Well done.
Oh, good job, gents.
Yeah, very well done. We're going to get a peek at our scoreboard in a minute, but what a round. That is wild.
I love seeing Hermitage on footage for the very first time. And if you're going to make your way up to River City this year, you're going to experience an even more beautiful course.
So Two Shirts Gatsky in the lead outright.
Wow, kept it going. Good for Greg. So we're going to see him back on coverage tomorrow.
We are. Jeremy Gauthier staying. I mean, just really intelligent golf. Really, really simple golf. Hector and Noah, they're going to be the lead card for tomorrow.
Wow.
With Sean, Willie, Brandon, Sean, Bogdan, and Parker.
Chasing. Yeah.
Chasing.
Good for Parker up there in the top 10. Love that.
Sandbagger. Really, really good round for these guys. To get out there in this wind and that rain and gut it out, it's tricky. It's not an easy thing to do.
Gatsky's, so Sean -4 was 999. Gatsky must have been the hot round -5, over 1,000 rated. I'm not sure what the hot round was. Whew, -5 is one of them though. It's up there.
Like and subscribe, Park Pro. Thank you so much for watching. We love you. Thank you.
Can't wait until round 3. We'll see you there. And like I said, first time on commentary, so let us know in the comments how we did. Oh,
Ooh,
Lee.
With the point.
Park
We didn't even see the shot, Lee. We're just trusting you that it was good.
The point.